Today's charity tip of the day are the fundraising platforms and the need for the live auction. All right, so inside an event, there are fundraising platforms. It's something that I coined, that term I coined, fundraising platforms. A fundraising platform means inside the event, how are you going to fundraise? And what those fundraising platforms, what each of those things, who they target. Okay, today, we're only going to talk about the live auction and what the live auction targets, who it targets, and why it's a need. You wouldn't believe how many charities I talk to around the United States that tell me we're not going to have a live auction. We're just going to have a silent auction. Well, and then some of them even say raffles. Those are three different platforms: live auction, silent auction, and raffles. Well, the live auction, here's what you should understand. The live auction is there for two reasons. One, it's there for entertainment purposes. People just have a great time during the live auction. They'd like hearing the auctioneers chant, all right, what do you say, what do you give? Have it a bit for 1,000, give me a bit for one, give me a bit for 1 1/4, have it a bit for 1 1/4, 1 1/2. They love hearing that. It's very fun, it's exciting, but it can get boring. How can it get boring? If it goes too long, if there's too many items. I'll tell you that I've sold 20, 30 items in a live auction that went way too long and it bored people to tears. I always say a live auction should be anywhere between 8 to 12 items. The reason why the live auction is there is this. If you imagine there's three different people, there are high spenders, medium spenders, and low spenders. The high spenders are affluent people. Affluent people love to be highly competitive. Type A, business owners, lawyers, those type A. Type A people are highly competitive. And what they'll do is what they'll do in a live auction is they will bid. If they want something, they're going to outbid, and it becomes a match, or a pissing match, basically. So the need for a live auction is there. A, is for entertainment. It's fun. If you have bid spotters going, yep, yo, hey, yo, all that other stuff. And then the second thing is hearing the auctioneers chant. The auctioneers, there's great auctioneers all across the country. And if you ever need to know where to get one, give me a call or send me an email, and I'll tell you some of the greatest auctioneers across the United States. An auctioneer in a charity setting is completely different than an auctioneer in a sales setting. In a charity setting, you're more of an entertainer. Yes, you're there to sell, but you're an entertainer. The importance of having an auctioneer, an experienced charity auctioneer in an event is extremely, extremely important. I hear all the time. In fact, I just heard something from a potential client that they're having somebody from the news station do it. Big mistake. That's like having your mechanic do your dentistry. Are you going to have them do that? No. So the reason for the live auction is vitally important. It's because it brings out that competitive spirit out of the type A people and the affluent people in the room. The second thing about the live auction, the entertainment, getting out the competitive spirit, is make sure you're doing a live auction that is not short, like some people say 2 or 3 items. No, you can't do that. It has to build momentum. Imagine a train. A train gets started and it takes time to build up. And live auction needs to be enough items where the auctioneer can get the momentum of the auction going, get it up and going, and then let it down. I prefer a pyramid. Start off with something small, come up to the highest, most expensive item, and bring it back down to something small. Again, it can't be too long. If it's too long, it's going to bore people, and they're going to want to get up and move around. The other thing, and I'm going to touch back on something I just said because it's vitally important. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. You do not want to put somebody to do your live auction who is not a qualified, trained auctioneer, especially a charity auctioneer. I'm telling you, it's the difference. It's the difference in all the world. You know the saying, you get what you pay for. When you find somebody from the community, somebody who says they can get up there and they say 100, 100, 100, 100, they think they're sounding like an auctioneer. There's a lot more involved than just the chant. There's understanding how to sell, the bid spotters, clerking it, how to get people involved, engaged. So if you're going to do a live auction, make sure you get a qualified auctioneer, somebody who's got the experience. And if you have to pay for them, believe me when I tell you, they're worth their weight in gold. The live auction is there for entertainment purposes and to get the type A affluent people to spend their money. The second part of that is I like doing something called a fund a need, or the paddle raise. That's when we ask people to donate, and right inside the auction, after the auction, they raise their paddle to make a donation. It's a great setup because people are already sitting down. So that's your charity tip for today. If you're doing a fundraising event and you want it to be extremely successful and you want all your fundraising platforms to be successful, make sure you do a live auction. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.